actor Robert Davi, who portrays Soviet Premier Leonid Brezhnev in the film and has 2 songs featured in it as well. You know, Robert, take us through your own experience and studying for this film and watching this election. You know, what parallels would you draw between Reagan and Donald Trump?
Well, first off, I want to wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving, a blessed Thanksgiving, and I want to thank you for having me on this evening. The parallels are many. First off, Reagan understood and talked about fighting communism since the 1940s. And he started out as a Democrat, of course, so kind of a bleeding heart liberal of that time period, and then transitioned over into a conservative. He was bitten and fought by conservatives, by the Republican Party. He was demonized, but he had a message, a very clear message, and I wrote about that in 2015 when Donald Trump came down the escalator, and I said that he has a clear message of red, white, and blue, and that Donald Trump was the Reagan of this era, and he was going to win. This is in 2015. And if you know anything about Donald Trump and you watch some of these interviews that he had 30 years ago, 35 years ago, he's been saying the same thing for America. It was always about America first, never about this left-wing propaganda, progressive destroying America. And so those similarities happened. They both had, of course, assassination attempts. And Reagan fought the Communist Party. I played Brezhnev in the film, Leonid Brezhnev, leader of Russia. And he was the biggest leader of all time since Putin. Now, Brezhnev wanted détente. And he and Reagan met because Nixon was a very close friend of Brezhnev's. But then they pushed Nixon out, of course. And then Brezhnev had no partner in Jimmy Carter, in the left. He had no partner, much like Putin had no partner now since what happened in 2020. And finally, when Reagan was elected, they were going to approach détente. They wrote letters back and forth, but then Reagan died and Brezhnev died. And there's many similarities between the way the left wing in America.
I want to show. I love the points you're making, and I 100% agree with you. I want to show the audience a little bit more from the movie because I think it's important and special for them to watch. Let's take a look at one of your scenes.
He will win.
I've been warning about this man for many years.
Prepare a file. Comrade Secretary, I have prepared dozens of these documents. Yes, I appreciate that, Comrade Petrovich. But go prepare another.
So, Robert, final thoughts, 15 seconds before we have to go.
Yeah, well, it was, again, he understood. He never underestimated Ronald Reagan. He wanted a partner in détente. Reagan is a film. People reach out to me. I see them in the supermarket or whatever. The temperature of the country, the malignment that Donald Trump has gone through, Reagan went through. And this film reminds people that haven't been around then of America, what it could be, and what I think we're going to find with Donald Trump and his team that he's putting together. And it provided hope to American people.
Right. Well said. Thank you so much. Robert, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.